Добрый день, дамы и господа. Guten Tag, meine Herrschaften. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 7 of For the Record, the series where I'll showcase you all of my wins and losses, briefly talk about them, give you a couple tips here and there, and just try to whack people online. So we start off right away with a loss, and my back uppercut on a moving ducker got redirected to the body as it is intended in the game. I don't know how to feel about that, but it is what it is. I got knocked out. Next fight I had GSP, and I wish that knockdown right there would have been a knockout, but it wasn't, unfortunately. It was a lead roundhouse kick to the head, straight cross combination, and the guy did survive the ground and pound with his Souza, and I knocked him out later, a couple minutes later, in a stand-up with a double hook. Then I had a very tough fight in a TJ Dillashaw mirror match. We were trading kickboxing combinations back and forth. He was the first to land the knockdown. I returned the favor shortly after, trading really a lot of cool combinations there. Then in the fourth round I score a rock off a body kick catch, and then I get on top of him and I just make sure that I stick to him, because I've noticed in the previous rounds that he's not as schooled on the ground as I am, and I was taking advantage of that. Really had to bring my A game to the mat, and I did, and I was just working his block and his head damage in every position possible, in every position he was giving me, every position I was able to take. I was making damage. I was just stacking that damage up, working him, like I said, working his block, working his head. Then he managed to get up in full guard, but just simply after another striking exchange I was able to score the knockout with a jab cross. That's how much damage I was able to do on the ground. And then on a Tony Ferguson Nate Diaz matchup, also a dragging fight that the guy took me into the fourth round, but I was able to get the rocks that were needed and score a knockout after ducking a high kick. Then the next fight was a Barboza fight. I was doing quite well, but then I got rocked while I was recovering from a low kick with a double hook, and immediately ducked into an uppercut, which was the end. Pretty quickly. That was kind of frustrating, but moved on to the next one with Rumble Johnson, AJ, against a decent Gustafsson player who was very good at not letting me hit him too much. But eventually with Rumble you don't need to land too much, you just need to land big. And I caught another body kick, rocked him, and then put him out with a jab uppercut hook. In the next fight, Michael Bisping mirror match against a bobblehead player. I caught him with a double hook early on, rock him, and then I caught him with another uppercut, worked his block, and then I finished him off with a jab cross lead roundhouse kick to the head.
Maybe I changed my second name, maybe I changed, and now my name is No Maschenko.
Next fight I was Max Holloway. This guy, I believe, took the first 2 out of the 3 rounds. He scored another knockdown in the third, at the beginning of the third, but I managed to survive it, my character does. I managed to get on top of him and then just work his stamina, work him everywhere. Tried a submission, but eventually I let him off, because otherwise he would have got top control after the first gate. He worked his way back into backside control, where quickly took back mount. He rolled over to After I flattened him out, he quickly rolled over to mount, and that was his end pretty much. I was working the ground and pound with different strikes, hooks and straights to interrupt his transition attempts, also just simply denying one of his health guard escapes, also making sure that I regained stamina while he was simply blocking and not transitioning, and eventually I got to finish him mount. And then the last but not least, we had Stone Cold Stipe Miocic having a barn burner against Junior Dos Santos, but eventually this guy went out too. A clean jab uppercut connected right on his chin. He got put out of there. So we end up this episode with 20-6. Please leave a like, as it does help the channel out. It does help the channel grow. Comment below what you think about those fights, those finishes. I believe we had some brutal fights in there, some violent finishes. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Thanks so much. See you guys next time. Peace.